resources. Oops, the recording is in process. Okay, so you're going to go to resources on your LS Engage. The very first thing you see there is Dream Bigger Summit, the Leadership Summit. You're going to open that up, and I hope you can all see this, correct? Somebody let me know. Okay, good, Leigh, thanks. Here are all of I cannot possibly go over all of this tonight, but I'm going to go over some of the biggest ones. So there's a whole list of things that you can see there. So let me get started. I'm just going to leave this in the mode that it's in. One of the first things for us to know about is the fast start. They have changed it. It used to be a $100 bonus if you reach senior associate in 20 days, and another $200 bonus if you reach manager in 45 days. We got $300 bonus. Look what it is now. If you reach the senior associate in your first 20 days, you get a $200 bonus. And the manager position in 45 days, you get a $500. So you've made $700 extra dollars. Now look to the right of that. If you were the sponsor of someone that has come on and fast start qualified, you're going to get matching, I mean, not a matching bonus, but you're getting a bonus along with them, $100 for the senior associate and $200 for the manager. Goes all the way up. The upline executive director can get as much as $600. So go look at this. It's so powerful. That's the fast start. Then you've got the Dream Big, and that is taking your legal shield business. We're going up to the next level. If you're already at manager, if you go up to senior manager or director, you can earn a bonus. So you're going to get a $250 bonus to reach senior manager and $250 to reach the director level. So that's up to $500 there. Moving on, and notice, you guys, you have to read the small print. We can't do that in a half hour. Remember, this was a 4.5 hour event that we went to. Here's the next one, the Manager Mania. Now you can do this one as many times as you want to. Got that, Timmer? You're here. I think you're hearing this. You can get 3 people into the manager position. You get a $1,500 bonus, and you can go right back and start over and get another 3 into the manager position. And Will, I know you're listening to this too, and get your next $1,500 bonus. You guys, we need to recruit. So read this whole thing. As you can see at the bottom, it also says earn up to $2,400. This is the upline sponsor bonus when you help 3 associates qualify. So there's some wording in here. Just read the form. We just want you to see the kind of money that they've put back on the table for us, because it is here. The Performance Club matching bonus. This is cool, that you will get a 100% matching bonus. So this is the people that have, this is for senior directors and above. Another incentive for us to get up to that senior director and above level is any associate in your organization who Performance Club qualifies for those 3 to 11 months, right? And they're earning $200, you get a $200 check as well. Imagine having all of these key guys in your organization that you're helping stay Performance Club qualified, and you're getting a $200 check for each one of those. This is crazy money, you guys. So I'm going a little quick here. Like I said, you've got to go in and look at these things yourself, because the next one that we're going to, let's see, I'm going to go out of here and just to show it to you, because Annette's going to go over this. No, I don't want to save that, actually. I just want to get out of it. Delete. And the next one is the Dream Bigger worksheet. And that is what they handed us out at the event. And I'm going to go back out of this so that I can give it to Annette, and she's going to go over this worksheet, because I am not the numbers person. Annette, it's all yours.
Hello, everyone. The Dream Bigger worksheet. Let me see if I can share my screen. Here we go. You should be able to see that.
We can.
Okay, so that's also in Ellis Engage in the same place. And this is a good thing to go ahead and print out and work through. You're going to put in your name and the date, and then what your current level is, whether you started yesterday or you've been around for 20 years and you're a executive director. You're going to put in your current level, and then you're going to go and talk about what it is you're going to do. Now, you may not really know what you're going to be doing, So just go ahead and kind of come up with some numbers and say, I'm going to personally have 3 associates who will fast start qualify, put in the bonus, because this is it's what it is. It's a worksheet, and it's going to help you figure out how much money you could possibly make if you are able to achieve all of this. So you can kind of play around with how many you're going to personally have fast start, how many your team is going to fast start. You might not even have a team yet, but if you are fast starting people, you are creating a team. How many that are going to manager qualify, how many your team's going to qualify. Performance club. This is kind of the foundation of consistency in Legal Shield. So you're going to put in what your current month bonus is, and you're going to also get incentives and bonuses when people on your team performance club qualify as well. So you'll be putting that, you want to look at the flyer for what the eligibility is. You'll multiply how many months. You can do this spreadsheet for 3 months. You can do it for 6 months. You can do it for a year. You might want to print off a couple of them and do a couple different scenarios and take a look. Here's building your dream level up. All of these, each one of these pages in the worksheet corresponds to one of those handouts that Jane was just showing you. Build your dream bonus. Here you're going to put in your associates. Now, you may not have recruited them yet, so you don't know what their names are. So you just put associate 1, 2, 3, 4, or you just kind of make up names. Put those in there. And they're also doing a mastermind. They have all of this money and they want us to win. They want to be able to spend all of this money and basically have us earn it. So they are doing everything possible to help us do that. So there's also, oops. Oh, maybe this is only available for people that attended the invite. I'm not sure about this. The Dream Bigger Mastermind. It's going to, they have a weekly mastermind for the next 12 weeks. That's going to help you get through all this and reach your goals. So again, I would urge you all to, I'm going to stop the share here, to print that out and take a look at it, run through the numbers. And if you're brand new or you haven't been connected a lot, it might be a little tricky. So go ahead and ask for some help. Contact your upline, your accountability partner, somebody else on the team that you can get some help and complete it. You might be thinking, I don't want to do this. Well, I would urge you to go ahead and fill that out anyway. Just pretend that you are going to do it, because you may see once you fill it out that this is something that's very manageable, and you're going to see how much money you're going to make. So you're going to get some incentive to do it. Sometimes having that dollar amount really helps decide whether or not you're going to do something. So that's the Dream Bigger worksheet. So I'm going to turn this over to one of our team leaders, $150,000 ring earner. I think maybe he's up to 200 now. He keeps making so much money, I get confused. He's $1 million ring earner. And $150,000, $200,000, we all know people that make that much. But this gentleman has made it part-time in 1 year. Part-time, he's $1 million ring earner because he's working with his tennis club. He's training tennis students, getting them qualified for scholarships. He's doing all that stuff, plus working a Legal Shield business and doing that part-time. So now turning this over to Mr. Timmer Halligan for some additional tips.
Well, gosh, what a great call. Great Zoom so far. And this information, I was just listening to something that Mr. Darnell Self said. I'm in my 20th year now, I think I'm approaching, and I know Mr. Drennan and a whole bunch of folks just hit like their 25-year anniversary. And listening to Darnell Self tonight talking about Legal Shield 2.0 and how he has not seen an opportunity with us, as I don't think anybody who has, who's been with Legal Shield, to be able to generate this much income and be able to build this much momentum with so many amazing tools. When you think about you think about something being 1.0, that means when you're first starting, and we're handing out large video cassettes, and we're gathering people once a week at a hotel, and we're driving 40 to 45 minutes to get to be able to have that opportunity. And then we got lucky enough to start to have conference calls where we could dial in. It was like, whoa, we've hit the mother lode here. We can dial in and we can have a conversation. And today we've got videos all put together. I was putting my list back together today. I mean, this information that came out of Dallas got me re-fired up, like really, really excited to take a look. And so things I've already done is print up my organization and looked at every single person that is active, right? Anybody who's active, you want to reach out to them, because people are really excited to hear from you. I don't care what anybody says. If you're like me, you wake up in the morning and go, dang, gas went up 20 cents since yesterday. And then you go to the store and you go, I swear that same box of cereal last week cost me $2 and now it's $2.50. Or, you try and buy a steak lately, filet mignon, goodness gracious. Like, listen, life's gotten more challenging in the world of buying and consuming products and goods. And so everybody's looking for a little bit more. I was talking to an inactive associate tonight, and she was saying to me, she's like, you know what? I haven't been active, but I'm looking to get back in. But I have used this membership so many times over the last year, you would not believe it. And I said, well, there's your reason to get started again, because you've got this incredible membership that works. And so when you've got this company that says, listen, we're going to put $10 million more in, we're going to start adding newer, higher level of bonuses. Goodness gracious, Manager Mania. Here's what I encourage you to do is, go through and print up everything that was, in those tabs that I believe Jane was showing us at the beginning. Print them all up. Then go back to the basics. Create your list, invite people, follow up with them. You do these things consistently for a couple hours a day, potentially. Put in 1 hour a day, put in 25 minutes a day, whatever it is you got, now is the time to put it out there. And so I'm really, really excited for folks. I'm excited for all the things that are coming up. The company is continuing to add more and more to us, improving the quality of the services that we provide with the ID Shield and other things that we've got happening. The time is definitely now. And so if you were shy, get unshy. If you were nervous, get unnervous. If you were scared, get unscared. I don't care what you need to do, but give yourself the opportunity to be able to succeed. And so I've got the opportunity now. I believe I'm turning this call over to $2 million plus income earner here, going for million number 3. Is that right, Mr. Drenner? Number 4. I lose track. 4. That's what I thought. But you know what? I owe this guy so much. It's 20 years. First 5 years I was in this business, I kind of did it on my own. And, at least understand this membership works. The company pays us, right? I mean, I knew when I sent in a membership, they paid me. But when I got a call one day from this guy in 2008 or 2009, he said, this call is long overdue. I remember that day like it was yesterday. I remember where I was. I remember what I was doing. And I made that phone call back. And that was a life-changing phone call. So I'm going to turn it over now to multi-millionaire club member, Mr. John Drennan.
Timmer, thanks so much. And each one of you, I commend you for being on here tonight. Success does begin with showing up. And Timmer, that story you just told really reflects what I think Leigh kind of set the platform here, that it's a different day in Legal Shield. And Timmer, when I called you, that started a different day in Legal Shield for you, simply because you went from it's all about what you did to the expansion and leverage of a team. And that led to multiples in your income and your leverage. And so I'm in my 26th year. So I've seen other times where it was totally legitimate to say it's a new time. In fact, I can give you just a couple examples. When I got started in 1998, it was a new time because the company Prepaid Legal acquired a company called the People's Network, which I was part of. But so was Brian Crothers and Darnell Self and John Hoffman and a whole bunch of other people who are now top income earners. That was a new time. There were times when new monies and bonuses and products got introduced that created a new time. But I got to tell you, in 25 years, there's probably only 3, maybe 4 other really legitimate times where we could say it's a new time. And that is here now. So what does that really mean? And Leigh, you did say it right. It's a different day in Legal Shield. It means that the leverage is much higher. The opportunities have expanded. It means an hour invested today could equal the equivalent of 10 hours invested a year ago, or maybe a year from now, because of what they put on the table. I've never seen Legal Shield put this, not just the money, but the thought that goes into the money, because they want to reward the behavior they want to see, which are new people coming in and advancing and people at every level and every rank advancing. So even though I'm at a different season in my business and my life, it's not at all lost on me what there is here. I was sharing with my wife what at different times in my business, what I would be doing right now if this what got announced in Dallas got announced, let's say 10 years ago when I was getting things going in Louisville, or 20 years ago before I met Jane and was getting some things going there. Oh, I know what I'd be doing. And I'm not doing that now, but I don't have that be the message. Have the message be, these are incredible times for this company. So I want to leave with just a couple things. Number one is take inventory. And Timmer said it. He looked at his list and he's reaching out to people who are active. I would go in this order. Number one, yourself. You take inventory of yourself and use the form that Annette talked about. Number two, take inventory of anyone you had in Dallas. If you didn't have anyone in Dallas, take inventory of anyone who's in Performance Club. If no one's in Performance Club, take inventory of anybody who's showing up and have a conversation with them. And here's the magical question right now. Have you heard about Legal Shield? You could ask that to a prospect, ask that to an inactive associate, ask that to an associate that wasn't in Dallas and isn't on here. Have you heard about Legal Shield? No, what? What's going on? Oh, they just injected 8 figures of additional funds to help reward people who want to, prosper and build their business here, and just invite them to learn about what's going on. So number one is take inventory, use the form Annette talked about, because it helps guide your thinking and your steps. Then number two, while this will sound new to everyone, do the 3 legs of success. Show up with great commitment, put the big rocks in your calendar first. The big rocks are the major events, the major things, and the smaller rocks are the not as big events, not as big of things, and the pebbles are, the daily, weekly things that matter. And so number one, show up. Number two, do the activity. The activity here has not changed in 26 years. You make a list, you invite people to look at something, you follow up with them, and you use third party. That's always been the activity. And number three is grow yourself through personal development. That's just read 10 pages a day, use YouTube as a classroom. Be careful who you spend your time with, and just grow as a person. Those are and always will be the 3 keys to this business. And showing up, doing the activity. Leigh just put in there, invite. That's activity, activity, activity. and then personal development. So I'm really thrilled for what's happening here because again, in 25 years, I've seen ups and downs like the stock market where it's a bull market and then it's a bear market and things look great, then they don't look great. Right now they look great and the sun is out and shining. Take advantage of that. You know, put on your bathing suit, go out in the sun that's shining so bright and just soak it in, take advantage of it. And with that, I want to really commend Leigh and Annette and Jane for being there as a trio in Dallas and bringing this back and what you did here tonight. Thank you. And back to you, Leigh.
Thank you so much, Mr. Drennan. Okay, folks, so here's the deal. Neuroscience has shown that the difference maker is when you write it down. So whatever it looks like, get that worksheet and write it down. And so you've set your goals. Tomorrow night, the Shield Nation call is not your grandpa's Shield Nation call anymore. Jane and Annette are having a big part in making that change, and there will be a call tomorrow night. John Hoffman, some of you may not know that he is the leader of Shield Nation, our parent organization that we're all a part of as part of Success Partners. And John Hoffman will be doing some examples at the different levels on the Shield Nation call, and Jane has put that information into the Zoom. So, in the chat, so you can save the chat and have that information, or you can just go to shieldnation.com and it will be on there. So the big message is don't wait, get started. The money's on the table, whether it's for you or for somebody on your team. Darnell Self talks about the fellow that brought him in and left the business and missed out on all of that. You don't want to be that guy or gal. All right, Jane, Annette, you have any other closing comments? Anything else we need to say, or is it time to go print that out and get started?
Yeah, print it out, get started. And John Hoffman will be showing several different examples of that worksheet tomorrow night, he said.
For different levels, different people at different levels. Excellent. So it'll be worth your while. That'll be at 8 o'clock Central. Is that right, Jane? Okay, 8 o'clock Central. So that'll be 9 o'clock Eastern. So you can get on that on the shieldnation.com to find that link if you haven't saved the chat. All right, folks. Super great to see everybody this evening. Remember that we have a stretch call in the morning, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. It'll be Motivation Monday. And guess what we'll be talking about? We'll be looking to get you inspired to go out and make it a great week. All right. Bye for now.
Thank you, folks.